Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with MLB 2K12. We got some Chris Rose coming at you here, of course, with my player. And I'm kind of at a loss right now. I'm just like, my gosh, what do I do? Because with some of the other videos, I kind of have it down. Like, this is what I talk about. This is more gameplay. And it seems like with Chris Rose, it's kind of gone to more of the, let's relax a little bit, hang out. I do the Q&A and stuff like that. I was even thinking about doing this as Bane, because for those of you who follow me on Facebook and Twitter, I posted something. I'm very tempted to start off my video like this, and I do a little Bane impression, but I'll kind of get to that in a little bit. Let's go into the game here. First pitch ends up being a single. Second pitch ends up going down the right field line here. That's going to bring one runner home. It's going to end up being a double. So 2 pitches, and we've already got 1 run on the board. Not the best start here for Chris Rose and the Indians. Now you can see we're going up against the White Sox. Things are pretty crazy here with my aim. That one goes foul though, luckily, because heck, I'll take the strike. Maybe I'll get a strikeout here and calm down a little bit as well, but probably don't think so. White Sox are off to a great start here. I mean, heck, first couple pitches, you got that taken. You got 1 run on the board. That's, phenomenal start. You really can't beat that. But a big hit that goes into center field, that's going to get caught. And then it's going to come in, go to the cutoff man. Cabrera hangs onto it here as rounds third, comes home, and then decides to throw it as he's like 10 feet away from home plate. Thanks a lot for nothing. Just gave them a free run. Oh, man. Kind of wish I could actually do something. Like, I don't know if this is like wrong of me, but whenever I'm playing games, I'm like, I wish there was some way to like actually penalize my players. Like, if I went ahead and pulled them out of the game, like it subbed them out, like they would actually have an effect on how they played. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of the days, though, of head coach. Hey, there's a strikeout on a 12-6 curve that I was not expecting to go that high. I was so nervous, too, because I didn't want that to hang there. But, yeah, NFL head coach, my gosh, I love that game. Because the way that you reacted to plays, too, would motivate or demotivate your team. Plus, one of my favorite things about the games is, like, off-season stuff. Like, doing the trades, free agency, the draft, everything like that. And it was just so much more intense. I still have it, because I got the Madden, the 20th anniversary edition. It came with the game. So you got Madden and you got NFL head coach. So I've kind of always wondered, I'm like, should I bring that back? What was that, too? Right fielder ends up running towards the ball as opposed to trying to hit it in an angle. And now we're looking at a triple. So once again, my team decides to hurt me more than help me here. We're still in the first inning now, too, with 2 runs to nothing here, of course. Since I haven't had a chance to bat, obviously. No runs here on my part. My fastball, which I've been working on here, has gotten up to 96 miles an hour. I mean, I've seen it get up to that point, which is a lot better than the 88 or 87 that it started off with, which kind of blows my mind because I don't know too many people here that start off with a fastball right out of college or out of high school here in the low 80s, and then it ends up getting to 96. And I'm going to get it higher, too. I want to have a 100-mile-an-hour plus fastball and have a ridiculous knuckle. So after I get the 100-mile-an-hour part, kind of move on here. But another hit, another run. 3-0 here now for the White Sox. And I got to find a way to get out of this here with a runner on first, too. As you guys have seen, just one hit can end up being disastrous, not because it's a good hit, but because my team has no idea how to field the ball. Now, since I've been using the 12-6 curve and the fastball, the 4-seamer, which are my 2 favorite pitches, I got to go with the 2-seamer here. But that high fly ball is hopefully going to get caught for out number 3, and it does. So we're finally out of the first inning. So way to go, Chris Rose. That wasn't too bad. First time, though, I've had that happen at the beginning of a game. But we've still got plenty of innings ahead of us, so we should be all right. I mean, I'm 3-0. If I end up losing this game, it's all right. But it all depends on how well my team decides to hit. But anyway, like I was saying, I was thinking about doing this video using my Bane impression because I've actually been walking around the house doing a Bane impression, just stuff my wife would say. And, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll like, cup my hands in front of my face. I'm like, oh, so you think cooking is your ally? I was born in there. I'm just like, that wasn't a good impression. I mean, I really got to be working at it. But, yeah, I was thinking about doing a whole video as Bane. I thought that would be hilarious. I don't know. I was even thinking about, like, when Halo or Call of Duty comes out, just doing, like, a whole freaking video with me being like Bane. I'm sure it would drive some people just crazy. Oh my gosh. That would be so much fun. Just be like, we shall win this round for Rozagwell's legacy. And there will be no survivors. I'm sure I'd make some kid mad. Oh my gosh. I think it'd be fun. I gotta get it down a little bit because seriously, that's not my best. But that's just what happens when I got to do my impressions on the fly. I really don't have too many good impressions either. Like, for a while, I was doing stand-up comedy. Now in Lincoln, there's really not too much of a community here or too much of a demand for stand-up comedy. But impressions was never my strong suit. Pretty sad about that. But hey, what are you going to do? I mean, you got to realize you're not perfect in everything here, but shoot, we're already in the 4th inning here. Things have been going pretty quick. I'm liking this now. So things, as you can see, of course, have died down a little bit for Chris Rose. Haven't had too many hits since the 1st inning. No runs since then. Kind of been diversifying where my pitches go. Cabrera, nice catch, but that still doesn't make up for you holding onto that ball and letting the runner come home. That's insane. It still boggles my mind, but whatever. Ooh, a little check swing there doesn't work out for strike number 1. I'm really thinking, though, I got to go ahead and bring in another pitch, actually, before I work on getting my fastball up to 100 miles an hour because, you know, with it maxing out at 96, that's still pretty decent. You know, I am able to get a lot of strikeouts with something like that, but gosh, I just can't imagine, though, what it would be like going up against a pitcher who had a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and had a ridiculous knuckleball, too. Because if you sit there and you try and you know, plan what's going to be coming your way, and, like, let's say you're expecting the fastball, and I end up throwing a knuckleball, you're just going to look horrible. It's going to be embarrassing. And that'd be kind of cool. But we'll see how it all goes out. I mean, I'm not going to be getting too many points in this game. For the last 3 games with Chris Rose, I've been pretty spoiled because we've been having rivalry games where when it's a rivalry game, it's a key game, which means any goal that I accomplish, I get double the skill points for. And I've had some pretty big games thanks to that, too. I mean, there's even one game where I actually was able to go ahead and strike out the side, and I normally get 200 points for that, but because it was a key game, I got 400 points for it. I think I was able to buy a whole new upgrade on the speed of my fastball here thanks to just that one game, and then also build up my stamina. That's another thing I'm working on too, is my stamina. I realized in a lot of the games that I played, once I hit about the 7th inning, I get ridiculously tired, and I want to make it the full 9 innings because if I can stay in for the complete game, that's some extra skill points for me, which then I can go ahead and spend. It's kind of like with me, you know, because I'll get questions from people being like, hey, what should I do for my player? He's not hitting too well. Where should I spend my skill points? Well, my philosophy was always go with contact first, because if you can get hits, that's going to be a lot better than you having weak contact but having like 70 power. I don't know. But I've been balancing out. It's even. That's kind of one of the things I love about Timmons is I don't have to worry necessarily about who I'm facing. Are they a righty or a lefty? My contact and power is relatively the same. Actually, it is the same right now. But I don't know. It just works for me having it, spread out pretty even. But with Chris Rose, I'm not going to be following that route. So the two-seamer ends up getting a strikeout right here. And that's actually been doing a little bit better than I thought it would be in this game. I do get kind of worried when I have a two-seamer that's in the 50s, and that's another thing. I'm thinking about maybe I should work on that so I have 3 solid pitches. See the problems that I have to go through, you guys. The life of a commentator is tough. Where am I going to spend my skill points? What am I going to do? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll just play it by ear. It's not like I'm going to sit there and mathematically try and figure out what would be the best or kind of analytically think, whatever. We'll just see what happens. I think having a 100-mile-an-hour fastball is cool for the wow factor. But I don't know. I might have to do that. All right, so now that we've got a runner on second here, I am worried about another run. Thought maybe if I give him a little bit of time, he won't end up trying to advance. But honestly, I don't think he's heading over to third. It's very rare that I've seen the computer actually try and steal third, and it wouldn't be smart when you got a lefty up at the plate as well. But, hey, I'm not the computer. Dang it. That's going to bring another runner home. So we've got 4 earned runs in this game for Chris Rose. And it is right now 4-0. So my team not helping me out here by producing any runs whatsoever. And that's frustrating too. Because, you really can't go off of wins and losses, I think, with a pitcher to be able to determine how good that they are. But at the same time, there is something that is nice seeing a pitcher here who has far more wins than losses. But like I said, you really can't look too much into it because if they're on a team with a lot of poor offense, some guy who might be, let's say 5-5 on the year or something like that here as a starting pitcher, and another guy who may be like 7-3. The 5-5 guy could technically be better if his team is just horrible on offense, and the guy who's 7-3 has a team who is ridiculous with offense. I don't know, just kind of something to think about here, but I don't know. I want to do as well as I can with this. I mean, this is a lot of fun. I want to keep going. I want to have some success. I'd like to see Chris Rose get a no-hitter or a perfect game or something like that. I mean, I've got the complete game shutout. Heck, I got that done with game number 1. With Chris Rose, which absolutely blew my mind because that's the worst that Chris Rose is ever going to be unless I make him like Jamie Moyer and keep him in here when he's 49. But I tell you what, I'm not getting anywhere near that amount of gameplay. And I've always been wondering, too, because, I hear about people who go through an entire career with my player, and that just blows my mind, the amount of time that it would take. Because the average game, I find, is about 10 minutes. So you got 162 games. Let's figure this out actually here real quick. Let me get my calculator out because this kind of intrigues me a little bit. All right, so I got my phone. Dang it, I didn't want to go into that app. All right, so if they play every single game, which I know some people claim to, 162 games times 10 minutes, 1,620 minutes, obviously. Per season. And let's say, because Timmy's a young guy, so it would be 20 seasons here. 32,400 minutes divided by 60. That's 540 hours divided by 24. That is 22 and a half days straight of playing this game to go through it. I can't imagine that. I wouldn't want that, to be honest. I mean, now that I think about it, it could be done. Because there have been some games that I played on Steam and stuff like that where, I'm pretty high in my hours, but gosh, nowhere near that. Let's see, what is the most that I have actually right now? 341 hours played on one game. Actually, you know what? That might not be it. 471. Empire Total War. All the mods and stuff for that game, that's what makes me play that game so much. And then Napoleon Total War. I haven't even dabbed around in the mobs for that, or the mods for that one yet. I know there's, well, I played one. I played the World War I mod, but that got pretty crazy because, You just wipe everybody out so fast. But anyway, kind of getting off topic here. Let's get back to the game here. Getting the strikeout at the end of inning number 6. And they're actually going to go ahead and pull me here. So I end up getting the loss, my first loss of the year. It's all because of that horrible first inning that I had. 535 skill points. That is pretty weak for what I've been having lately. But like I said, I was spoiled. So I'm all right. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching here. More, of course, to come with Chris Rose in the next couple days, so be on the lookout for that, as well as some of the other modes here too. I really always appreciate you guys watching. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Check the description below. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.